Hi everyone, welcome to this community Q&A. I'm Oscar, one of the community managers here at Rovio, and joining me today is Robin.
Hello.
One of the designers on Angry Birds 2. So a couple of weeks ago we asked all of you questions that you would have for the development team, and I'm here today with a paper full of questions and a designer full of answers.
Yeah.
So to begin with, let's ask some things about design.
Okay.
Robin, what is your favorite thing to design in Angry Birds 2?
So I really like to create new features, like new pigs, new birds, things like that. That's
All right.
my favorite for sure.
All right. And on the topic of designing things as well, in the past we've hosted a couple of design contests with the community where we've made boss levels and similar.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any plans on making any more boss levels or community levels, or where we're at?
I mean, no, we don't have any plans, but if we want to, sure, we can probably plan something like that.
All right.
Why not?
So we might be making some more in the future then.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Sure.
When you make new features, how do you decide what you're gonna be making, and like who can bring the ideas, and what's the process like?
Okay, so anyone can have an idea, anyone on the development team, so we get ideas from all over the place, and when we have an idea, the design team refines it, and if we still like it when we have created a concrete design, then it goes into production and then it goes in the game.
All right. So designing things then, you're one of the designers in Angry Birds 2.
Yep.
How many designers are working on it right now?
So we have 3 designers and 1 level designer.
Okay. All right. So being a designer, you mentioned that you enjoy working on features.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite thing to work on?
Definitely levels.
All right.
I'm not a fan of designing levels, so we are so blessed to have a talented level designer that likes to do that, so
All right.
I don't have to.
So you guys have like different talents within being a designer.
Yeah,
You can specialize into different things instead.
When you design things, you definitely want people with different perspectives, so you can make the best product.
All right. Also on this design topic in general, when you get an idea for something that you think is going to be great for the game, how long time does it usually take before that idea is a reality and the players can enjoy it?
Oh, I mean, that's a really hard question to answer. Sometimes it takes a year for us to design something because we're looking at back and forth. But for smaller changes, I mean, a couple of weeks. It definitely depends. And some designs have taken years, and we brought them back many times in
Right. So
different perspectives.
small features might be faster and large things obviously slower.
Yeah.
All right. So also on the topic of designing, sort of, is a question we have from a player about testing different levels out once they're created.
Mm-hmm.
And they mentioned if we're testing them on different aspect ratios, like the iPhone, the iPad, and all these things.
Yeah, so we have a few targets, like these are the most important screens to test for. Then we test for a lot more screens because we want the game to work everywhere, obviously, but I mean, in some cases you just can't test every screen there is in the world. So if you have a very large iPad or something like that, sometimes there's problems for sure.
Right.
But we try our best to make it work for everyone.
I mean, it makes sense. We have players everywhere in the world, and we want everyone to play the game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on to the next topic, it's about the daily challenge and the KPP. One of the features that we've had in the game for the longest time almost. And the first question is, why is the daily challenge so difficult to actually complete?
So we call it the daily challenge because we want it to be challenging. This should be challenging you every day, and that's also why it gets harder as you get better at it. So, and that is the purpose of the feature. The KPP is sort of the daily challenge too, as well. It's supposed to be even harder, so that's the reason, basically.
Right, and it gets more challenging as you get better as well, right? So
Yeah.
a new player will have a slightly easier daily challenge.
Exactly, because we want to challenge you at your level.
All right. When you get to the King Pig's Panic, you play through 3 different boss levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And currently you have to play through like the first one and the second one. But if you fail on the third one, you have to play through all of them all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And the player is asking if we could potentially test having them just replay the third level if they fail on the third level.
I mean, we're always looking for ways to make things better. We're testing things like that all the time, so sure, we can have a look and see how that works.
All right, so maybe something to come.
Maybe something. Can't promise anything, but
And last question on the topic of the daily challenge is, a player is wondering if there's a chance for us to add some more variety to the boss levels in the KPP. because they feel like there's often the same few levels showing up time and time again.
Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm actually working on this right now. So hopefully very soon.
We'll have some more levels in there.
Hopefully.
All right.
Fingers
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I think that brings us to the end of the questions for the first episode. Robin, thanks for answering.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be back again with a second episode answering the rest of your questions. And we'll see you all then.